Hi guys, my name is Catherine and I am back with another book review, and as always please like and subscribe to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about Indelible by Karin Slaughter, and I'm really excited to get into this book just because this book was so action packed and it had a lot of kind of a lot of like police procedure stuff, and but it wasn't boring at all, which was very interesting. In this one, it takes place with Sarah and Jeffrey. This goes back when they were first dating, and Jeffrey took her to his hometown, and you get to see a lot of Jeffrey's childhood and a lot of things that happened where he lived. He lived in Alabama, and it's a very, very small town. It's, I think, even smaller than Grant County, and that's saying something. Um, I honestly super enjoyed this book. Like, honestly, just because there's so much action, and once like the first chapter started, like it just jumped off from the first chapter. I said that a lot with A Cold Faint Fear, but this one had a lot more action than that one. Um, so anyway, so they go to Alabama, and it jumps between two timelines. So it goes back into the past, and then there's the future where they are in the police station, and they just had this massive shootout, and a lot of cops died. And Sarah is trying to keep Jeffrey alive. He was hit, trying to get kids out and trying to get her out to safety. But she ended up staying behind because he was hurt and she couldn't leave him. And also, there were three little girls trapped in there with Brad. Brad is also Brad is in all the books. So is Frank, and Lena is also in here. She is back as a detective, and this one takes place 4 months after A Cold Faint Fear. And this one, it doesn't really talk about Sarah's family. She mentions Tess a little bit, saying that their relationship has kind of suffered since the events of A Cold Faint Fear. And that's really all it says. This one really focuses on Sarah and Jeffrey and the relationships and what happened in their hometown and all of that stuff. And oh my god, there's cliffhangers, not cliffhangers. There are twists in here that you don't see coming, and I think she hinted at it, but I just never picked it up just because I was so into it, and I just kind of wanted to get to the next until the end. So I was paying attention, but I really wasn't trying to piece everything together like most people try. And me, I'm just like, I'm here for the ride. I just want to find out what happens and enjoy my book. So I truly enjoyed it. Lena is, like I said, she's back as a detective, and a lot of people who know her story and are kind of super judgy, and they're not happy she's back. I think the only two people that are happy or three is Sarah, Jeffrey, and Frank. Um, I think the rest of the force was hoping that someone would get her job, and she came back. So, and Lena like understands why they're not happy, and she even said it, if roles were reversed, she'd probably feel the same way. But in this one, um, her character is a little bit more complex. She's in a really bad relationship with this guy named Ethan, and I didn't really care for him in A Cold Faint Fear. He was just a jerk, and he's super, super abusive to Lena. And I don't know, like this also talks about like um, abuse and how different she looks. And I think this one is 3 years after Blindside, because I think in this one she's celebrating maybe it's 2 years. She's celebrating her sister, or it's her birthday, and she it's her birthday, and she's sad because her twin is no longer there, which is understandable. But like I said, this book was amazing. Um, People, a bunch of cops died in the station, and Frank. I actually really like Frank for some reason, and I don't know why. Just because he truly cares about Lena, and in this one, I think it kind of shows how much he cares. And Frank also cares a lot for Jeffrey, just because it is his boss, and he's just, even though he's older and Jeffrey is chief, there's like that bond, I guess, you have with someone who's kind of your boss but is also a friend, and he's worried. And you also see kind of like the relationship between Jeffrey and that he has with Lena, and Lena also cares for him a lot. So her wanting to go in, sorry, my voice is going in and out, but her wanting to go in and try and help him. And she's also really surprised how Sarah's handling things, because Sarah, she's very strong, and she is also trying to take care of 3 little girls that are in there that have went into shock. So she wants to get basically everyone out, especially Jeffrey, because he needs medical attention. And she does the best that she can in that situation. I also see her as super, super brave and calm. But this book was just amazing. It has so much action, and I can't say enough good things. This one I would give 5 out of 5, just because the action, like me reading the first chapter, it was like me sitting and watching a movie. Like, it was so descriptive and detailed, and you feel everything the character feels. You feel like anxious and nervous and wanting to know what's going to happen next. I felt all of that reading this. And a lot of people were saying, oh, the chapters when it talks about their relationship and their memories are when they're in Alabama and everything's happening down there. A lot of people were saying, oh, that's more interesting than the current present day chapters, which I disagree with. I think both were pretty interesting, and I kind of liked how Frank handled everything, and how the FBI was also involved as well, and trying to get everybody out safely. And this book was amazing, and I highly, highly recommend this series so far. I've not had, I think I've not had a bad book with this series, which is really surprising, because with some series you kind of like, you never like all the books. At least I haven't with a series. But yeah, so I was really happy with this book. And the next book that the next 2 books I'm going to probably be reviewing are Faithless and Beyond Reach. I'm reading Faithless right now. Only have a few chapters, so that's probably going to go up in a few days. And then I'll start reading the FBI Profiler series by Lisa Gardner, and I'm excited to read that one as well. So, as always, you guys, please like and subscribe, and you guys have a safe and happy day. Bye.